Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 2 in our Rogue Legacy 2 walkthrough. Last time we did the tutorial, we got a couple heirlooms to help us read memories and dash back and forth. And we took one shot at the first boss, Estuary Lamech, I don't know, something like that. So anyway, he killed us, and I think if I was playing really in tune and focus, you can usually beat him on your first time. He's not too bad, but you probably did not beat him on your first time either, because you have to learn all the mechanics, and he's a decently hard fight. So here we are. You can see our legacy on the left. We have Sir Lee. You don't actually play him, or you didn't play him, but I have Lady Alex. That was my first person. And Lady Alex has perished. She died in the castle. So we have to pick a new heir to the kingdom. So I could pick Sir Truman here. He is a knight, and he has the spell Freeze Strike with a couple traits at the bottom. These will be question marks until you have played with them one time, so you can understand what they are. We have Sir Teddy. I gotta be honest, I'm probably gonna go Sir Teddy. And what do we have here? Sir Caleb. Sir Caleb is not bad, so let me do a quick playthrough here. So Freeze Strike is a good spell. It hits enemies with frost and freezes them. It's pretty straightforward. Flame Barrier throws some fireballs around you. It's actually pretty good for Lamech because you can just kind of stand there and pound him a few times. And we have traits at the bottom. I don't remember what Algesia is, but you do get the Antique Obelisk, which I believe increases critical strike damage, which is not overly relevant to us right now. I will say that the shell here, Coesis shell, I can't pronounce anything in this fucking game. The shell is actually quite good. You kill a few enemies and then you block the next incoming damage. So it's not good for a boss because you have no enemies to kill, but in terms of your survivability on a run, pretty solid. But I'm going to go with Sir Teddy because A, it makes me think of Teddy Roosevelt, which is kind of funny, and B, Flame Barrier is quite good. So let's go with that. Take whatever you want, figure out the traits. You'll kind of figure out what you like as things go through. Okay, we need to talk about what you're going to upgrade in your castle. The first upgrade is very straightforward. You only have one choice. Universal Health Stare. So we spend a little gold and we upgrade this. Traits now give gold modifiers. So what this means, if your character has any kind of trait that is kind of a net negative in some way, the game is actually going to give you bonus gold if you play them. There's some pretty hilarious ones, like if you're vegan, you can't eat meat, or some of them are like one-hit wonder, where you die in one shot, chests explode, things like that. Just really random. So that's where the gold bonuses come from in the game. Welcome. Your kingdom has granted people access to healthcare services and amenities. Traits now give gold bonuses. So you'll put in the stare, and then you'll be able to unlock this archery range, which go ahead and do that. It's 50 gold. You can now play as the ranger class, which is, I think, the first time I beat Lamech, I used the ranger, because the ranger's talent actually lets you kind of put this little canopy up, and I just hid in like the corner of the room and shot him down. It works surprisingly well for him. And I'm not gonna do that though. You can't immediately play as the new class the first time you buy it. Off to the left, we can buy our blacksmith. Go ahead and pick that up. This allows you to craft blueprints, which are going to give you big bonuses to your armor and weapons. And then pick up the Enchantress on the right. This is going to let you buy runes and socket them into your character, giving you bonus abilities like lifesteal, direct damage, redirect damage, haste, jumps, things like that. It's pretty random, honestly. Alright, then finally, next, let me actually consult here. Yep, training dummy over here on the left. Go ahead and pick that up. You will see this in the town right after we get out of our castle. The training dummy allows you to kind of practice as your character, but Lady Quinn, the training dummy, actually gives you some pretty helpful tips. And if you talk to her a few times, she'll actually teach you a little bit about your class, which is kind of nice. We have the Sage Totem, the learn from your ancestors' past mistakes and gain permanent bonuses for dying. I don't know if for dying is actually the right way to put that, but this is quite good. Pick it up. You basically get experience, and as you level up a class, you will get some type of benefit. So like you level up the Knight class, you will get more equipment weight you can carry. If you level up the Archer, the Ranger, I think you get bonus strength or dexterity or something like that. Each class gives a stat bonus, and it's actually quite good over time. Alright, so there's your castle, and then we're going to go upgrade Mess Hall, which is going to give you increased vitality and raising your maximum HP. That is then going to unlock 3 squares to the right, which are 3 new classes you can play. I highly recommend you pick up the Mage, so just go ahead and do that right away. Mage unlocked, beards are mandatory. Masters of Magic mages are tapped into the primal elements that govern this world, but there are more rules than just harnessing that power to be considered as a mage. Firstly, one must always tote the sickest of beards, and that is it. No more rules. So there's a mage. Mages are kind of spellcasters. They don't have a talent. They actually have a second spell, and their weapon drains mana from enemies, allowing you to cast lots of spells as you go through. They're a very good class, and that really gives you like the trifecta in the beginning. You've got your Knight, which is your kind of your wacky tanky guy. You've got your Ranger, which is your ranged character, and you've got your Mage, which is your spellcaster. I'm actually not going to recommend anything other than that right away, because you really don't need these other two. The Valkyrie is a very good class, but like you don't need it right away. And the Barbarian is a really good class, which we're actually going to pick up before the second boss. So in the meantime, I recommend you just upgrade your, well, let me think about this. It doesn't take that long to upgrade the health. The health is pretty good. Yeah, let's just go health. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You could upgrade Study Hall over here for intelligence, raising your spell and talent damage. It is also good. You're gonna get all of these pretty fast, but let's just go with health so we stay alive a little bit longer. And so I'm going to upgrade that, and then I've got a little bit left over. So I am going to go ahead and grab the, actually, you just cancel out here your skill tree. I need to go check out the blacksmith, because I had enough gold and blueprints. I should have been looking at the weapons. Okay, I can still get it. Okay. So if you get the leather weapon, it upgrades your strength by 2. Leather helm. We'll talk a little more about these later, but I'm actually going to pick up the weapon right away. So there's your blacksmith guy. I'll hop over here. You've got your enchantress. Ooh, ducky. The cough flowing through it is so overwhelming that it makes me dizzy. Yada, yada, yada. Capital M for money. Runic Stunes. And then she comes with a lifesteal rune right off the bat, which allows you to restore health for every enemy defeated based off your strength. This is quite good. The one under it is actually the same, but it's based off intelligence. You're basically going to run both of these probably all the time. They're really freaking good. There's like no other way to really sustain your health. And then I've got my other rune I picked up. Runes are not as important as equipment, so upgrade your castle, check out equipment. Then if you have anything left over, get runes, but probably you'll be broke. Let's hop up to the top here, and you can meet Quinn. Quinn is your training dummy. I'm sorry, living dummy. Everything about weapons and stuff. So you can whack Quinn, and she is happy to take it. And if you talk to her, she is going to tell you a little bit about your class. So she says you can move and attack at the same time. Try swinging, then walking backwards right away to avoid a retaliatory attack. She calls it the butt slash. Oops, I mean backslash. So there's a little example. And if you kind of hop it back and forth a little bit and you get kind of good at it, you can actually sort of like moonwalk your way backwards while still attacking a boss, which is not bad. If you dash, you'll deal extra damage. Ooh, dash attacks. So you can see she's kind of teaching you a little bit about how to play your class. There's usually 4 or so tips. And, sorry, readjusting. The knight's pretty straightforward, but definitely when you get into some of the more complicated classes, like the astromancer or the pirate or the gunslinger later, you're definitely going to want to learn about them because they're a little more complicated. Alright, finally, we can meet our Sage Totem. The Sage Totem, you are now bound to me, the Spirit of Wood. This kind of reads you the text, and you can see on the left, we have every, there's a bunch of question marks because those are classes you haven't unlocked yet, but those will be all your classes. The little green number next to them will be the level of, say, knight or ranger you are, and then the bonus on the right will be the corresponding buff that your playthrough has. So if we were to level up the ranger one time, we would get +1 strength. If we were to level up the knight, we would get plus, I think, 10 equipment weight, something like that. Up to, I think you can get 10 levels right away, and then you can upgrade that more later. And I think we covered everything. That's the castle and upgrade system. So every time you die, you're going to come back. You're going to upgrade either your equipment or your runes or your castle, something like that. And then make sure to spend all the gold, because when you go talk to Charon over here, you must pay the toll. If you ever watch, this always makes me think of Always Sunny in Philadelphia when Danny DeVito. It's like, to get inside that bullet's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll. But he never says soul, does he? Alright, you give Charon all your gold, you enter the castle. So, I lost my 34 gold, but I entered the castle for another run, and then when you pop open the map, you can see it's random again. And then we actually have a new guy down here. Let's go talk to him. This is the Nameless Knight. So you're next in line to sign the contract. Everything in the name of duty, I presume. Never stop to think of what you might be losing. Well, if you're looking for the treasure, you'll have to find the king's children first. Can't get through those doors otherwise. I've tried. He's referring to the portraits on the wall. Those are the children of the king. And he is correct. You cannot go through there until you beat all the bosses. Go smack this doodad. Oh, bam. Actually can't one-shot him. That's unfortunate. So we're just going to go through the castle again. Definitely try to still play it a little bit safe, because you're gonna get to Lamech and wish you had a little bit more health. But this is sort of the name of the game. You just kind of oh, we actually found, okay. You just progress through the castle, you try to get to a boss, you try to take out that boss. Oh, hope I can still do this. Alright, well anyway, I didn't mean to attack that. Pretend there was one more lantern here, and one more here. So the memory for Lamech, which is how you get insight on the boss and the bonus, is actually a hidden wall right here on the left. And you're going to have to use a spell or a talent to get through there, like that. Now I can safely whack all this stuff. Except that one. I need that. You go in the hidden wall, you hop up once, and you go through the door. Then you basically just climb the top. This is like his hidden little hideout, and it's what the game calls the lore area, meaning it's just about story. All these breakables, they never have anything in them. Oops. So like, I can smack these all day and they're never going to have anything. Come to the top, keep breaking, and then you have our friend the Nameless Knight. Even an estuary. So this is these little hidden areas, and you wouldn't be able to actually know about this until you've played through the castle a few times and you've unlocked all of Lamech's memories. But We're gonna cheat a little bit here on a walkthrough. So the ceremony of return draws near, and I have yet to act on this rebellion. If I invaded the village, I would crush them before it even started, but that would only be a temporary solution, and attacking now would reveal my hand. I can stop the rebellion, but I will never discover which of the estuaries are on their side. There's only one solution to this conundrum. I shall let the ceremony continue as planned. During the chaos, the traitor will reveal themselves. I know it. I have a secret set of guards ready to double the security of the gates at the last possible moment. The peasants will be decimated on the bridge. As for the rebels that ambush us during the ceremony, I will take care of that. No tricks, no treachery. I will show the people the true difference between a serf and a lord. I will cut them down one by one and forever crush their morale. This is the only solution. Let them come. Lamech is kind of a baller. One of my favorite things about this game is actually that when you beat through the game the first time, you have ways to play through again with like harder difficulty, right? One of the harder difficulties is that you get to fight a prime version of each boss, which is to say, in the story here, and I'm just going to kind of progress around while I talk for a little bit. The boss has actually been weakened by something. In Lamech's case, he fought the entire rebellion before you ever even got there, which is why when you see him in the beginning of the fight, he actually has like 2 swords in him already. And it's kind of an indication that he's been weakened in some way. So when you play through the next time, you get the boss fight is much harder, and you get to unlock some extra lore about them. And I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say the bodies in his room, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. He killed a lot of people. Kind of a bad dude. Alright, we have 2 goals, and then we're going to fight Lamech. Each heirloom we got the first time is now actually a place where you can unlock a relic. And we want to do that to make ourselves a little bit more powerful. My choices here are weighted anklet, 25 resolve, which I believe gives your spin kicks more damage, and lotus petal, which I think gives you more mana and your magic goes up. I'm going to take that one. Yeah, increases total mana pool and you deal a little bit more damage. 25 resolve, still 175, totally fine. There are some relics that are like, you must defeat 10 enemies before the relic is purified, and any attack would kill you in the meantime. Something like that would be fatal. You're not really going to know which is which. I guess my point is that it's not always obvious that a relic is perfectly positive for you, so just kind of be aware of that. You might look at something and think that sounds really cool, like the title, but then you get it and you're like, oh, now I have to play like super safe, or I'm going to die and I have to blah blah blah. So it can just be, oops, it's like right there I would have died if I had a bad. Those relics actually are really good, but the problem is that you have to kind of play a certain way in the meantime. Oh my god, Turkey Lake City. And mana. Here we've got the spell Wind Wall. I could swap this out if I want. I'm actually going to pass. Wind Wall's a pretty good spell, though. The more of a safety spell. I'm looking for some offensive power to burn Lamech down now that we've got his insight, which gave us that 15% bonus damage. Which I'm assuming works. I've never actually, I don't even know how to test it, but... There we go. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just kind of going to be on autopilot here for a little bit. Not much to explain, really. We're just going to the castle. We're looking for one more relic room. I'm sorry, heirloom room. Which now has relics. I guess that's why it's confusing. But in the meantime, we're just trying to play it safe and get some gold. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Nice job. This next time back to the castle, we're going to focus on upgrading equipment and finishing off the health upgrades. Ooh boy, there's a big guy. That was surprisingly easy. Alright. Nope, couldn't dodge it. I'm pretty bad with the knight. The block is actually like a crazy good ability, but I just never remember to do it. Got yourself a little journal there again. Read up on some of the lore. Oh, this is actually our first fruit tree. On the left in here, you will find a nectar. Nectar will always give you some health and mana, which can be very good. On the left, sorry. And on the right is a blessing of life. This will do a little bit of damage, but it will increase your maximum HP. These are really, really good, but terrible right now because you can't sustain your life in any consistent way. So if I take that 90 damage, there's a good chance I don't get 90 health back by the time we fight the boss. So I'm just gonna take that. And I'm gonna hop over here into level 2. See if we can't just take some of that free gold. Level 2 is pretty fun because you actually get a built-in 20% bonus gold. So it's a pretty good place to farm early. Ooh, that's close. Well, didn't find it down there, but at least we can take this portal back. Taking a little bit longer than usual. Let's... Oh, barely got it. Gotta be careful of those roots, man. They just pop up and you forget they're there. Fairy chest. Lose no health. Alright. So you just hop on these. Got it. Doesn't seem too bad. Oh, there we go. Amplification rune. Increased duration of status effects. Got it. And then give me my Aether. Any rune you can get in the beginning is going to be pretty good because, oh man, I really want that gold. Oh, whatever. Because you really don't have options to get rune. They're rare if you find them, and usually you're not going to be able to complete the trial because they're actually kind of hard. Let's see what we got. Marble statue. Every time you jump and land, this is going to do a little ground pound effect. And then we've got war drum, which is the better one, I think. Every unique relic increases damage by 6%. How many relics do I got? Oh wow, I actually have 3. So that's giving me like 8% damage. Cool. Well, that's all I wanted to do. You've got your 2 relics to kind of boost you up a little bit before the boss. So let's go take on Lamech. So this is round 2. Actually, there's a little bit of... Oh, ow, I shouldn't have destroyed that. There's a secret wall up there. I can't get that, though. Okay. I thought maybe I'd find a turkey leg in here or something, but whatever. Alright, let's go fight our boss. Your second time in, there's a pretty good chance you'll be able to kill him. But I want to say it took me 3, 4, even maybe 5 tries the first time. Like I said, I had to cheese him with a ranger, but ultimately it's not that big a deal if you don't beat him. You just try again, you know? Oh, this is perfect. Just keep whacking him. Ooh. Ooh. He's trying to get me, boys. I keep, like, hitting my finger on the table. Should use my shield to block that. Wait. Oh! Went too hard. Get a little more space. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Get over here, buddy. Oh yeah. See that nice little shield block? Beautiful. Woo! Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. That's your first estuary defeated. And honestly, for a first boss, like, pretty hard. He's got like 5 or 6 abilities and a second phase. Bust open that chest and you will see the first portrait show up and 1 black root going away. So you can probably imagine how the other 5 go. That is it. That is Wing 1 of the castle completed. Wing 2 will always be to the right of it, and you can actually see it in here in blue down there start to go off. So we need to head down there, and actually we found it earlier. It is Access Mundi, so just go ahead and portal over to that entrance. Let's see. And that is actually it. That's where I'm going to pause it for video 2. That's actually everything I wanted to get done. We got our relics, we upgraded our castle, we found Lamech's insight, making the boss fight easier. And we killed him. That's it. In the next video, we're going to progress through Access Mundi and actually find a new relic. Because right now, if you go through here and you read this sign, it basically just says there at the bottom, you gain additional gold. So that's really good. But requires Echo's boots. What the hell is an Echo's boots? I don't know. You can't spin kick this shit. So, talking to the memory will give you a little more information too. These temporary resonant platforms we've made are a fool's errand. There are not enough volunteers with Echo's heirloom to make the crossing, and every person we lose is a sacrifice we can't afford. There's no saving the villagers. We will have to find that heirloom in the next video. So, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit, and catch you in the next one.